It's a chain. What?
I couldn't get the camera to start.
Oh, good. Oh, what's this? Wet feet?
Who's got wet feet?
Long time no see. Well, we were all hungry, so we went to the pub to have lunch. Peter should. And then there's a friend of his walking by. His name is Ross. So Ross sits down, and Peter left after probably 1 hour, and we were still there 4 hours later because Ross is a lovely, lovely old man. Well, not good one, 74.
All right, now you say it.
74. And used to be a bank auditor. You know, back in then. That's what he did as soon as he left school. I think it was decided for him. Single man, been all over the world auditing bank books and all kinds of things. But humble man. The difference between yesterday and today was just... So it was an exchange of information.
Like a mathematician.
Yes, because he's a bank auditor, so he understands numbers don't lie. Yeah.
Well, I lay about 3,000 numbers on him and showing him how this thing, wonderful thing.
And he wasn't falling to sleep.
I also said that we had served the Queen to get her ass off the throne.
Yeah.
Because they found out, like the Mormons, I didn't mention the Mormons, they found out who it was. And then when I got that lady over there in Canada, she's in Victoria, 120 miles away. She said, "You got to speak to me." Why? Marry your mother. I don't know, mother or father, who's more work? Yeah, but you really think.
Anyway, it was just an exchange of information. He listened to us, we listened to him because he was really very interesting. And a wealth of knowledge, also a lot of biblical background and history, you know, the tribes and all the rest of it. So it was a mutual meeting, and didn't go in for the punchline, gave him everything to be
But
pondering.
What showed up in
Oh, Protocols of Zion was dropped in his letterbox by people who are pissed off. Now, apparently it wasn't the full thing, but it was enough to say this was what's been ruling the world. He doesn't have a computer, but he goes there every day, so I thought we'd take the hard copy, the PDF, Protocols of Zion, and give it to him to read, because he's a very humble, knowledgeable man, and Peter was amazed. He came... Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and his own knowledge. He knows of the corruption. He's seen it all. Melbourne man as well. And so Peter goes... He comes back a couple of hours, back to the club, and we're still there. So he doesn't make his presence known. He goes, "Oh, okay." And then he phoned us when we left and we were at the Chinese restaurants, starving. But no, a lovely, lovely man, full of knowledge and obviously well respected there in the club.
But the miracle now. I found a joint in my pocket.
Oh yes, on the way home he smoked it.
And it was curled up like
yeah, it was like a hook.
Yeah, like a calamari ring. Something.
Yeah, exactly.
So then I got to light it, right? Now it's got to burn like this. So it must have been made by Adam. And
oh, it was probably made. Yeah, it must have been because you haven't worn that shirt for a long time.
Wow.
A year almost.
I haven't checked the pocket yet.
Everything.
Well, maybe it has.
What?
Been through the wash.
The washing that.
Oh, smoke, all right.
Nice and clean.
Yeah.
So I decided on the way home we had a bit of a discussion.
Oh.
Because, what do you tell it? Get your finger outside the front of the camera.
Okay, Saints, what do we do with the Jews? The Zionists?
Oh, if you take yourself in my position, right? Forget it exists. You take over. Right?
Judgment.
All of a sudden we're gone, we're out of here.
Yeah.
See you later, we're not coming back. What would you do? You two have to decide what to do with Jews.
What to do with the Jew?
We know
The Zionists. The cancer. The evil.
Every evil bastard.
They've got to be
Now
removed.
they think they're going back to the centre of the earth where they come from, right? That's
Well, we can send them there.
That's they want to kill everybody for that reason. They think if they can't have the earth, you're not having it. No? Your Messiah not going to
Samson option.
I have one of the protocols of the Talmud. It says this Jew debated God and won.
That's some gold. And
Well, wait, there's another... Also, hey, honey,
Let's say if you believe.
there's also...
Debated God and won.
All right, there's also where the Ancient of Days comes, the prophecy of Daniel, the Ancient of Days who gives judgment over to the saints.
Did it? Did it say that?
Yes.
I knew it.
What would you do?
Well, denounce your satanic cult and live like a man and woman.
Are they capable?
Well,
This is it. Are they capable?
Well, if
What do you
they're
do with
not,
something that's the same? What do you do with a rabid dog?
Hmm?
put it down.
They've got to bend the knee. They have to recognise Yahweh, and if they don't, and they want to continue their evil ways, you're out of here. They've done it.
How do you think the rest of the rest of the saints have felt? Sharon, for example, she's been sickened.
So you
Mothers
do a
who-
vote for 144,000 on this? Oh, yeah, good deal. The first 144,000 who publicly recognise me, you vote on what we're going to do with the Jews, and I'm out of here. Your decision carries. And I get out of it.
Well, it's not looking good for the Jews.
No.
Not at the moment, no. So, the upload we're going to do is going to be called Mein Kampf. My struggle. That's my dilemma. How can I, like Jesus, moron, young and stupid, forgive them, Father, I don't know what to do. So we have a cut-off point. How about 3 years and 1 day where they're allowed to have sexual intercourse with a child after that? Male or female, by the way. The word would heal, I said. She'll forget. All right. How about we say, all right, anything over the age of 3 years and 1 month, we kill it. Because you've got to have a child up until the age of 7 to train them. Would that be a good idea? They set the rules, they set the numbers, live by it, or die by it. Next question. What about if there's twins are born? One is born and it's 3 years and 1 day old. The other one is 3 years and 2 days. You kill the second one.
And the cut-off is three.
And the cut-off is absolutely 3 years and 1 day. What a dilemma. You know what you end up? Oh, I can't tell you what you end up with. Come on. You listen to the moron. Or the old man who's supposed to be making the judgment. Well, what's the fucking point if we're going to listen to the moron? Like, he's a defence attorney for the Jews. So it works out too. Who else is going to speak up for him? Only Jesus would. Dilemma. All right, I knew that. Yeah, I didn't know that in days, but I'm old and wise now. I've seen what they can do. I didn't realise what they're doing when I was 33 years old. What's the fact? I had no idea. Didn't think anything could be done ever.
No, it's just gotten worse from there.
So how about you have a lie detector test and at the end of it is spinning blades. If they don't tell the truth, they're going through the blades. If they do tell the truth, they're going through the blades. Because then they won't get killed because they'll then have immortality. That's a big one, isn't it? Wouldn't get too many going down there.
Yeah, that's...
You can come up with all sorts of weird ideas, but you've got to do that if you're going to be a judge. And you've got 144,000 ideas now. The judge. I trust your integrity. It's scary, isn't it? Kill him, she says. In the car. Kill him. Burn him up with little bits and pull your eyes out.
I did not.
Some of the stuff you see going on, that's what you certainly think sometimes.
So the ones that absolutely have no chance whatsoever, it's the guy.
It's got to be eradicated.
Yeah, justice.
No?
Justice. Justice. That's what it's all about. And it's the
What about
reaping and the
forgiveness?
sowing.
That's an idiot. What's trying about? Forgive them, Father.
Yeah, well, what does it talk about in Isaiah? Rules with equity and justice. Justice and truth.
Well,
Wisdom.
what do you do with something that's insane? You don't kill it. You lock it up. Try and fix it. Maybe a full frontal lobotomy or something. You know, if you terrorise something that it's going to die, they're only going to be too happy. But if you say, no, I forgive you. We just can't deny. But they'd be more inclined to say, all right, this is him, he's going to burn us otherwise.
Excuse
So
me.
one way that we don't like the idea, but we will bend the knee. Then you put a tag on and watch it. Then if they step out of line, that's it. Cyanide from the bloody tag in the hand or something.
So I want to return the centre of the earth and drill a hole and toss him in.
You're going to toss them in? One at a time?
And then step out of line.
That's the thing with executions, you always get someone else to do it, right? But if you're going to be the one that's going to do it, well, that's different. You're going to take the sword and chop the heads off? This is what happens. People do that. These mad scientists, bastards, idiots. Because by starting a war, they're doing exactly the same thing. You're blowing people up and... What's a man want to do? Do what Jesus said. Love everybody, he says. Well, I don't think it might be a bit weak. Taking Jesus seriously.
Can we not gather them all together
And make a Jew soup.
and
Get everyone a straw.
pull the lever all in one place? So here 1 minute, gone the next.
You're going to pull a lever.
I could do that if I was blindfolded and had earmuffs on.
So I couldn't do that. You know the old saying, I wouldn't send a boy to do a man's job.
Yeah.
Same in an army, you wouldn't send a private to do something you wouldn't do, like go face certain death. Well, you've got to do it for them. Right? Give them the instruction, make it back, that's what you've got to do. So that's how you got to look at it. So if I can't pull a lever, I wouldn't expect someone else to. You're not a judge unless you're the one that's going to wield the axe. Right? I couldn't do it. So I can't crush an hand. Step over. That's me. When I was up at the farm, bloody Jerry was with me, and we were standing near some ant nests, and the ants got all over the legs. So I get in the car and hadn't noticed, so as we're driving along with the truck, they start biting me. So here's Jerry looking at me, right? Because they're biting on the bloody legs and the same carrying on all over my feet. I turned around, I drove back, went back to where I picked them up, and then took them off my feet and brushed them off. Put them back, right? Jerry couldn't believe it. But what was he going to do with them? They're innocent little ants.
They're biting me because I'm taking them away from their home.
There, I'll taste it.
Pissed off.
I think it's a big hamburger. So, I cannot pull away from it. It's just not in me to do it. I know what they're made of. I know what's in them. You know, it's like might as well kill a cat. Got less legs. Right? Think about it. Got less legs than an ant. Okay, the ant might not have any consciousness. Pretty cat, yes? I'm going to get you. No.
Look at her twitching.
Yes, our mind can't, that's all it's about. Hey, puss. So, what we're thinking about on the way back, is sort of something like that. Didn't get quite that far, but Mein Kampf was, when you read the first few lines of Mein Kampf, that's it, you're hooked. Right? And even though he hates the Jews, there's nothing in there that says he's going to kill them.
That's right.
He ends up asking all the countries who wants them. I think he is prepared to put them down at Palestine. Under the right circumstances. So if these Jews are insane enough, they want to be under those strange conditions. Their insanity of their religion has convinced them that they are the chosen ones. Chosen for what? For a sacrifice of Satan. That's what they've set them up for. But actually they're Mongols, right?
Yeah.
We'll send them back to Mongolia. Let them run around the horse. But they are admirable people, the Mongolia. Mongolians, they were very tough. And they actually were so powerful as soldiers. The most efficient army has been the British, if you go back in history slowly. The British and the way they fought, with guns, rifles, cannons. Then you go back before that, it might have been the Romans. So it might have been the Greeks before then, but possibly the Persians before then. Now the point being, the Mongolians, they rode right across Europe, right up to the gates of Rome. Right? And the Romans were the strongest army in the world. They packed the shits, right? They couldn't come against these people. These little fellas would be riding along and had a bow, 165-pound pull. They wore silk. If they got an arrow, they pops out. Because the barb's what does the damage coming out. Right?
Yeah.
And the Romans packed the shits. And then they turned around and went back. Like 4,000 miles. To say, no, that's what we can do here.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. And these become the Jews. So
So we're talking about the likes of well, Sharon's already dead. However, he was behind. Now, who was it that was behind Shatila and Sabir, the 30-year anniversary we just went through? Who was that?
Ariel Sharon.
Oh, that's right. He was the military dude at the time, not the...
Most evil bastards ever lived.
and all of his cohorts. Yeah. And if Netanyahu had been on the scene then, he would have been with him.
Mad as a hatter.
Yeah.
They are insane.
Condoning.
They're insane.
Or party.
I don't condone them, I'm just saying they're insane. Don't want to make any more enemies than you've already got. So how do you diffuse the situation when there's got people that have been massacred relentlessly by these insane monsters, less than human monsters?
Humans.
Humans. Beasts. A low thing. So they're a human.
They're humans.
Have they reversed everything?
Yeah, that's right. They are humans. They are the humans.
No, they're the
sons and daughters of God are the real men and the true women. That's obviously why they're called the real men and true women.
That's right. And it's Leonard. My mother's birthday tomorrow, so I've got to figure it out. Some mothers do have it.
You know, I like that line, seventh heaven, the mother, she gives birth to 7 children, and they're giving her grief. There was one line there, I always remember, I brought you into the world, I can take you out of the world.
Right, I agree. So you got 7 kids. What? Another 2.5 like you. Another 3 like you. That's 6.5. Alright, one of you goes mad. Flex and hacks your brother up little bits. What do you do with you? The one that's more mad. What do you do with her? What's your daughter? She got, hey, don't want your son dead. No, but she is mad. Then you find out they put an implant in the brain when she went in for some minor surgery. And it's been switched on to drive them mad. Is that not what happens in the brain? Does some demonic spirit turn this person's brain on to do evil? What if you can turn it off? No, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? And after all, your brother's going to come back in here. You can't get rid of him in here. He's going to come back and kill you if you like. That's what happens. Vengeance, vengeance, vengeance. So Jesus says, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't. So what do you do? One of your own kids does that. That's how your father did to your mum. They said, pussycat. Yes. She's heavy, isn't she? Just look inside the bag. Look. What's in there?
Food.
What's in here? Look. No. Possibly the worst Chinese meal I've ever had. No, the Coke and it tasted like crap. So I'm off the Coke, whatever.
That's a good move. Bloody poison.
Yeah. So anyhow, there you go, folks.
Yeah, well, that's giving us something to think about. Yeah.
We're not making a great upload in the sense of you can be the judge of the Jews, you've got to accept me, you've got to accept the mother, and the first 144,000 who do so, judge the Jews. What's going to do it? Put all the facts, make a trial out of it. And Jesus is the sayings of Jesus is the defendant. Well, it is not.